welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be about my health and wellness journey. As you can see, what I have here for you today, my masticating juicer. Now, if you have been here with me for a while, you know I've been on this journey to health, and I love taking care of my health, and I love eating healthy, so that's never been an issue for me. But a long time ago, I did a juicing video for you guys where I was doing a juice every morning, showing you how I juice, what I juice, things of that nature. So I ended up finding that celery juicing can be very beneficial for what I need it to be beneficial for, like the things that I'm targeting. So I got me some celery. My juicer finally came. Now this is something that I've never used before. I don't think the juicer that I had previously is the same as this one here, but I am going to unbox it with you guys. I'm going to set it up and I'm going to juice. So we're going to go from there. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So now it's time to cut into this. This juicer was purchased off of Amazon. So I've just been trying to do the research to see how I was supposed to utilize this juice. So like I was saying, you need to make sure when you start the juice that you do it so that it is, number one, it's supposed to be beneficial to you, but there is ways that you can juice and detox yourself that will be harmful. So I had to do some research and make sure I was doing it right. So in there, you get the quick guide. You also get, it just says masticating juicer. I guess this is like a recipe book that you get showing you. Yeah, it is. So this comes with it, which will be very handy for me to figure out how to, but I'm a mixologist. I call myself that because I know what I like. I know what flavors I like to taste, and it's not going to be hard for me to figure out what fruits and vegetables, you know, I like juicing together. And I'm really using this to kind of like clean myself out. And then you also get the user manual. And so it's going to tell us how to get this set up and put together. So you want to make sure that if you're not used to these and you've never used one, that you utilize the instruction manual to put it together. So I'm going to be using this because I don't want to mess it up. So in here you get this. This is the first thing that I'm seeing. I keep the plastic so that you get the brush to clean it. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to put, let me lay it down. So I'm gonna lay it down. You get the cups. And there should be one for filling, and then one for catching pulp. And it has the, put that to the side. Let's see what it say on the bag. Do it say anything? Oh, it's just a warning on here. Attention. Okay, all languages except I don't even see English. I know it's on there though. So one is for catching pulp and one is for your juice. So there's those. Okay. Then you have the base of it right here. There's the cord. Okay, so here's the base, as I was saying. And then here is the, almost dropped it. We don't want to do that. Here's the top portion of it. There's one piece. And then here's the actual piece that the fruits or vegetables go into. So I'm going to be looking at the instructions on the sideline. So it says to assemble, you put this part on this base. So let's start by doing that and making sure that I have it right. So it says the spout is supposed to be opposite of this. The spout should be here, like this. There. And then after that, this is already in there. I don't know why they had that in there. So that's already on the way it's supposed to be. You just sit this part, you see that? You just sit it on the thing inside. Let's see if I can see it. So you just press it down like that, okay? Let's go on to step number 3. And I'm just trying to show you guys, just in case if you get one and you're new to juicers, how easy this can be to assemble as well. So number 3, we just set the top on the base. Let's do that. So this goes, and it just snaps perfect, okay? So I wanna make sure that I have it on right. It says, open the flip cover on the juicer. Is it taped shut? It's probably taped shut. No, it's not. Open the flip cover on the juicer cup lid. Put the screw into the hole at the bottom of the juicer cup lid and align with the arrow pointing up symbol on the cup lid. Then lock the symbol on the juicer cup. Gently lower the lid and rotate it clockwise until the symbol on the cup lid is aligned with the lock symbol on the juicer cup. Okay, so we have to make sure that this is lining up. Okay, so that's in. That was already in. I see the lock symbol is here. It's very faint. You can barely see it. So I have to set it to lock, which it is. Hold on, is this gonna lock just this to this? I think it is. So let me show you. If you can see, you see the lock and the unlock. So we have to make sure that this is to the lock. Now, it's saying it's to the lock. I don't know if it's supposed to snap or what, but it just goes to the lock. It doesn't click in place or anything like that. So you just turn it, which is easy, but it easily moves off the lock. So it's locked as of right now. It's locked. So after that, it tells us to, let's see, align the juice receiving cup with the juice outlet of the juicer cup and align the residue receiving cup with the residue outlet of the juicing cup. Place them close to the main unit, then press down and fasten the flip cover on the juicer cup. All right, so we're going to do that. Get the cups ready. All right, so they don't have these labeled as to which is which. I'm thinking this is because of how it looks, this is for the pulp. This one, yeah, this is for the juice because it has the numbers, as you can see on the front. And so ounces, milliliters, I need 16 ounces of the celery juice. So let's just hope I can do it. I'm going to plug it up and get it set up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I got it all set up, and I made sure I got my cups in place. I was just trying to make sure I had everything set up right before I even get started, because you've been here for a while, you know how I will mess up something. No shame in my game. This is all a part of learning. So with the machine, you get this, and this is actually just to push the fruits and vegetables down, just to keep them rolling. So we got that, and let me move that to the side. I don't think I will need this, but before I get started, I wanted to do one more thing. Now, every juicer or, machine will have a difference to it, so all juicers are not the same. I think it's important that you read this before you juice. It says no ice cubes allowed. The ice cubes are hard and will easily damage the juice extractor components. It is prohibited to squeeze dry goods and hard ingredients. The ingredients are hard and not readily cut by the screw, which can easily lead to damage to the juicing components. It is prohibited to squeeze dry goods. Okay. Please cut the crude fiber ingredients into pieces approximately 5 to 10 centimeters, 2 to 4 inches long. It says, where was I at? Okay. If the fiber is too long, it is easy to get tangled and difficult to feed, which may result into failure to extract juice or damage the juicing components. Fruit with hard pits must be pitted before use. The hard core can easily damage the juicing components. It is prohibited to use objects other than pusher to push food. If you use other objects to push food, mechanical damage may occur. The machine should not work consistently for too long, 20 minutes plus. Working for too long can cause the motor to overheat and become damaged. Please do not put the already squeezed fruit residue back into the juicer. Rejuicing the fruit residue can easily cause the machine to discard the residue unevenly. Now, I've seen somebody do this one right here before. They were juicing and they wanted all the juice they could get out of their product, so that's what they did. And so I will not be doing that, because it tells me don't do that, because I want the machine to last as long as it can. Do not attempt to juice fruit soaked in wine, honey, sugar, etc. It is easy to cause the juice cup lid to be unable to open. Please do not put spoons, chopsticks into the feeding port, juice outlet, and residue outlet. Mechanical damage may occur. So they're telling you some stuff that I've seen people do, and I'm like, okay, you got this, and then when your machine start messing up, you mad. Do what the people telling you to do. During the juicing process, the machine makes a friction sound. This is normal. This sound may also occur from the fruit and juicer cup during processing, which is normal. During the juicing process, the juice cup can appear slightly deformed due to the large size of fruit or vegetables. It returns to normal after stopping and does not affect the use. All right. Now that we got the precautions out the way, we got our machine set up. We have our celery to the side that has been washed and dried. But what I think I'm going to do is cut them down. All right, so now we're going to turn it on. It's not as loud as I thought it was, so I'm going to get you guys a little bit closer, because we want to see it work. And I don't want to be in the way. I'm trying to stay out of this video. And I might have to put you down a little bit lower so you can see the juice flow. Okay. Alright. There we go. So now I'm going to start adding my celery juice, my celery sticks. And I really want to add one by one just to see how long does it take for it to do one. I mean, I don't want to overwhelm it. All right, here comes the Pope. Can you guys see that? And I will do more talking after this is done. time to extract some juice. Okay. So far, we are at 5 ounces. I need 16 ounces. Let's see, is it all done? Yeah. So I'm gonna turn it off. Let's do a reverse real quick. Make sure everything's out. And then gonna run it forward again. Make sure I got my juice. Okay. So this is 1 whole stalk of celery juice. 1 whole stalk gets me 5.5 ounces, almost 10 ounces. So what I'm gonna have to do is cut up my other stalk of celery so that I can get the 16 ounces for today, because they say drink at least 16 ounces. You're supposed to do this for a week, but I only got 2 stalks of celery. So I'm gonna prep that and we're gonna do the rest and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I got my second stalk of celery all cleaned, cut up, and now we're ready to go. Let's see how long it takes to get to the 15 ounces that we're going for. I mean 16 ounces. Getting stuck. Can't do that now. You gotta get grounded up. Let's see what the issue is here. It's in there. I'm gonna put you right here. You can see. See how it's breaking it down? It seems like it's kind of struggling to grab one. We need to be here. right, so I reversed and went back so that I could see if anything was stuck in there or not. Okay, so here is the pulp that we have. Here is the juice that we have. 2 whole stalks of celery is what this took. Now, the reason why I wanted to do this video, and this was very important to me, was because I have been asking for weeks, almost a month, questions about this. Like, okay, so how many stalks of celery do I need to get 16 ounces of juice? No answer. Do I supposed to take a binder after drinking celery juice? Because it says to, it's the parasites or whatever is killing in there, they explode and they leave all kinds of nasty things behind. So I was asking, do I need a binder? Should I drink a binder? But I'm gonna take a binder anyway, maybe like 2 hours after. I feel like other videos, they went so fast, you know, they wanted to hurry up and tell you about celery juice, but they didn't answer their questions for me that I needed to know. Or they, you know, it's a lot of things that now videos don't tell you. So with that being said, the number one thing that I needed to know, as a recap, is how many stalks of celery do I need to get 16 ounces of celery juice? My answers were not given. So you need 2 whole stalks of celery, depending on the stalks, but my celery was, I didn't get the organic kinds, and I'll have to wash it really good too. I didn't get the organic kind, the kind just already chopped down. I just got 2 large regular celery stalks. And you've seen how much juice I got out of that. So say for instance, you wanted to juice for 7 days, you're going to need 14 stalks of celery. I know that is crazy, but celery is fairly cheap at the grocery store, where it used to be. If it's not, I don't know. We used to be able to get a stalk of celery for 99 cents. I remember that because I buy celery regularly because of the things that I cook. So 2 stalks of celery will get you 16 plus ounces of celery juice out of your juicer. Now, let me rewind back. Before you start to juice, the most important thing I feel that you should do is make sure, if it's not organic, make sure you're cleaning it very, very well. They spray all kinds of chemicals and pesticides and things of that nature to keep bugs and stuff like that down from eating and terrorizing the crops and stuff like that. So I get it. So you have to make sure that you clean your celery very well. Now my celery was very dirty. My celery stalks had dirt all over them. So I took my time, I scrubbed them out, and I made sure that they were clean and ready to be juiced, because like I said, it's a lot of stuff being sprayed on fruits and vegetables. Number 3. I don't know if I was numbering them or what, but let's go number 3. The next most important thing when you're going to juice, if you're going to juice, is to make sure that you do it on an empty stomach. And like a lot of videos say, people always ask, well, why can't I just eat the celery? Because the things that are in the juice, they're not activated. The celery is not activated until you juice it. So just like with a tea, you know, you can't get the benefits of tea if you chew it. You have to steep it. And so this is the amount of pulp we got. We got 2 stalks of celery. That's crazy. And so just remember that, you know, the benefits only come, you know, if you want to detoxify, if you want to cleanse out, you have to get the juice out of the celery. Also, remember that You can do this for 3 days. You could do it for 7 days. But I feel like if you're going to be killing off parasites and whatever it's doing, and they're releasing toxins and heavy metals and they're exploding, they're shooting eggs everywhere, make sure you get you a binder. I'm going to show you the binder that I got. A lot of people keep saying, just like on Instagram, this lady was talking about parasite cleanse and using the celery juice, but she wouldn't say what binder to get and what specific things to do, because she wanted you to pay for her class. She wanted you to pay for her class just so she could tell you what kind of binder to go buy. Well, I found it on my own. This is a strong and effective binder. This is Zeolite. Do your own research. I did mine. This one was the one that I felt like for what I was trying to do was going to be the best. Activated charcoal. That's what I was going to use with the celery, but they said it dries you out. It dehydrates you. And, you know, just so many other things. It's too much for me to put in this video. So what I want you to do is go do your research. So I will be taking 2 hours. I finally found a guy that said after you drink your celery juice, 2 hours later, take your binder. So then you won't feel sick and nauseous and all of that kind of stuff from whatever it's releasing. So I'm going to be using this. I have 30 servings. This is a 2 fluid ounce bottle. And as you can see, it says with vitamin B1, D3, and C. This is a strawberry flavor. I didn't even realize that it had a flavor. I wasn't really paying attention. And it tells you on the side how to take it, of course. Suggested use. Shake well before use. Recommend for children age 3 and above. Take 2 milliliters per day or as directed by your healthcare professional. It tells you how to store it. Store in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight. Refrigerate after opening, and use within 2 months of maximum freshness. So I'm going to be taking this as well. After I do the celery, well, I don't got no more celery. So I'm going to drink this celery juice today. And then after that, I'm going to show you guys something else. I'm going to be using the black walnut hull. All of this I got off of Amazon because they want to gatekeep, and I don't know why. This is important. This can help people. You want to help people, help them like this so they can be healthy and live long. Black walnut hull. I got the wormwood ground up. And then I got the psyllium husk powder. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but they say use this with those two to get a better result. And then after, of course, I'm going to be taking this. But I wanted the celery juice first because it say it works so very fast. So all of that was on Amazon. And also, I'm going to tell you this. Get you one of these. Get you one of these. Let me turn that back on. My light went off. Get you one of these. So it's a tea diffuser. And this just sits down in my coffee mug. I can boil my water, pour my water in my cup. Sit my teas. Because as you can see, it's powdery, it's ground up. You don't want to drink that. Sit your teas in here. And then let it steep for 5 to 7 minutes. And boom, you got your drink. There you go. Don't say I never gave y'all nothing. This video has information in it that can help somebody. Hopefully I have helped somebody already. That being said, this is going to be the end of this video. I thank you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing if you have. If you have not, please think about doing so it can help the channel, to boost my channel, to get these videos out. And I will see you guys in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.